Pay close attention. This isn't something you see every day.
Welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about the G.I. Joe classified series, Albert Alpine. What? Alpine? Albert Pine? Alpine? I get it. I see what they did there. Yeah, pretty neat. Anyway, here he is in his box. Side, promotional picture on the back, picture on the side, character in box. Let's get him out of the box. Let's talk about him. All right, so now that we have Albert Pine, what a great code name. His name's Alpine. His real name's Albert Pine. Yeah, anyway, I see what they did there. But anyway, here we have Alpine out of the box. Such ridiculousness, I swear. But anyway, I've had this guy for a while, just now getting around to review him. Yeah, so here we are. Here he is, and I have to say, I believe there's a little bit of a reuse here with this figure when it comes to a few things, like the rope going around him. I think, you know, it's the same type of rope that Shipwreck used, except for it doesn't have the hole in it for Polly, and the grappling hook that he comes with. I think Shipwreck came with the same one. I could be wrong, because I think Shipwreck's, you know what, that might be the grappling hook that the Arctic Storm Shadow came with, if I'm not mistaken, because the grappling hook that actually came with Shipwreck actually looked more like an anchor. So let me just say that. But there are a couple other things also, like his grapple gun and stuff like that, which we've seen with the Alley Viper. But anyway, here we are. Let's talk about Alpine real quick. And Alpine here, well, I mean, I have them all kind of stripped down without his hat or his glasses on, which we never really see, but nice looking face sculpt, hair slicked back. Yeah, not too bad. Nice little fade in the back. Have his rope, have his jacket. The jacket here is soft plastic, so it doesn't get in the way. Coming down to his harness and his carabiners right here on the side, which is really nice. The pants, his classic green and black boots. The back, he has his pouch for his hand chalk, and then you have all this extra loops, I guess, for his hooks to go into, and so on and so forth. He doesn't come with a backpack. I think the original one came with a backpack, if I'm not mistaken, from when I was a kid. But anyway, if you wanted to take the rope off, you could, but opening up the shirt, there you have some mountains, and yeah, his shirt says Idaho. Although I am not, but all y'all that sit around says y'all is. But anyway, yeah. So here's Alpine, and you know, he's a great figure. I mean, I have Bazooka, so it's good because him and Bazooka and Quick Kick are all their, you know, their little trio. But mainly it's Alpine and Bazooka all the way around. Best buddies in the whole world. It's like they never went anywhere without each other, so to speak. But anyway, let's get in and take a look at this guy's accessories. Words are hard for me today, I apologize. And you know, show him off, because he comes with a few things. So starting off, we will go with this grapple gun. Now this grapple gun comes with the Alley Viper, and you can put yourself a little string there, and this does disconnect. It comes in two pieces, and I put it together. But yeah, so I mean, it plugs in there, you can use it. It's reused from the Alley Viper, so yeah, they just painted the front here. Okay, whoopee-doo. Then, of course, you have his grappling hook here. Nicely done, but we've seen this with Arctic Storm Shadow, if I'm not mistaken, like I said in the beginning of this review. And then you have Shipwrecks, which actually has, I think, like little tiny sides that come off. So his is more of an anchor. But yeah, so there's that. And then you have his gun, which probably reused from something else as well, but that's all right, because, you know, the clipper, you know, comes off, you plug it in, there you go. I like the way they put the green paint on it. They didn't just leave it all black. You have yourself your little sight right here. I think Duke might have come with this gun, the original one, not the classic, but the original one that first came out when the series started. But yeah, so here you have that. And then next, which I thought was pretty cool, you have his ice picks, or his ice axes, or whatever, however you call these things. But yeah, so you have them. I like the way they painted the blade on the front here, which is nice. The curve, this one has a hand wrap on it, which is cool. The orange, and then you have the little hooks at the bottom. So that's cool that they included these for his climbing gear. And then of course you have his hat, which has the star on the front like it did in the original, which is very nice. And then you have his goggles or his glasses that you never see him without. So that's actually pretty cool that they made them as accessories so you can take them off of the figure and put them on or have him however you want. You know, you want to have him lounging around. The only difference is that if you take off the jacket, his sleeves are going to still have the jacket sleeves on there, where he has this, you know, white t-shirt underneath. So that would just look awkward if you tried to take it off. But anyway, yeah, so here we have Alpine, and I'm gonna put some stuff on him and get him all loaded up and then show him off and see if he can actually hold all the stuff that he comes with. So give me a second. All right, so now I managed to get all of his accessories on him, and as you can see, he's holding his rifle. And there is a tiny little hook right here underneath the jacket for the grappling hook, which is actually cool that they incorporated that. It's very soft plastic, so you got to move the string out of the way to get that to hook onto there. And then you put his climbing axes into his straps on the side there, and then they kind of come down. I had them flipped around the other way, but this actually made more sense to me. And then with the rope, I just put the gun back here like this because, well, there's no other way of whatever, but he will hold it. And then of course he has his goggles and his hat on. I put the goggles on, and up close it looks like he has fish eyes, you know, because the kind of the way it magnifies the eyes underneath the goggles. But I mean, hey, I mean, we have Alpine, and like I said, I've been waiting for this figure for a while. I've had him for a while. I just haven't had time to get around to doing the review on him. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Here he is. I think they did a great job on him. Do I think there was some missed opportunity when it comes to certain things? Sure, it's not going to break the bank. I think we could have got a better head sculpt when it comes to making it look more like Alpine did in the cartoon or whatever the case is. But otherwise, I mean, it's a great modern version of him, and he looks good. He's in his colors and stuff like that. They'll probably come out with a classic one, like they are with everything else, because, you know, that's just their way of making more money. And then, you know, you have these ones, and then you come out with the classic ones, and then all of a sudden it's like, or retro, I should say, and it's like, oh, well, there you go. I mean, it is fitting that they're going to do that with everybody. And yeah, but anyway, yeah, this is my review on the Albert Pine here. And there's nothing much more to really say. I mean, his accessories are good. Yes, there's some reuse here. There is, hey, look, just like anything else, Hasbro's going to reuse everything they possibly can to make these figures and so on and so forth, which is completely understandable. It's not a new buck and stuff like that. Granted, yeah, he has the straps and he has the carabiners and all that good stuff, but yet some of his weapons are reused, which is okay and fine and whatever, whatnot. But hey, man, at least you have the Alpine to put on your shelf along with your bazooka, which I don't have mine out. He's actually put away, but I do have some comparisons. So let's compare him to a couple other figures real quick here. Here he is with the G.I.Joe Classified Retro Cobra Trooper. And then here he is with the G.I.Joe Hooded Cobra Commander. So there you go. I mean, that's actually, you know, pretty cool to actually have these figures and stuff like that. But the cool thing is that you can actually have, now that you have Bazooka, and if you have what's his name, Gung Ho, you can actually have them together. And if you have Nemesis Enforcer, you can have them fighting him like they did in the movie. Or you can, if you have Quick Kick, you can have all three of them together, like when they first got together in the actual animated series. So that way you can do whatever you want to do. I mean, you know, you can have Quick Kick fighting Storm Shadow, of course, and then these two, you know, cut yourself out a piece of foam, make it white, get yourself some sea lions, and have them, you know, leopard seals or whatever they were in the cartoon coming after them. However you want to do it. You can do whatever you want in your own little world. But that is the cool thing about collecting and however you choose to set them up. Me, I'll figure it out when I go to put them together. So yeah, this was my review on the G.I. Joe Classified version of Alpine. G.I. Joe Classified version? No, I'm sorry, G.I. Joe Classified Series Alpine. I do apologize. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. Always hit the notification bell so you never miss out on anything new. And I will catch you on the flippity flip.